What up, though? What up, though? What up, though, with my peeps? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, cross watcher, Taurus, only Taurus in their chart, cross watcher. This is a general reading. Fit it in where it get in for you. So, my new subscribers, welcome and I'm honored. If you're here for the first time, 100 on this channel. 100, the truth, honesty, bluntness, the truth to truth. If you're not willing to hear the truth, if you're not willing to hear, if you're not willing to be about the truth, this may not be it for you. And to all my ride and live, my day ones that keeps me going, that all of my haters hate. All of my haters hate my day ones, because my day ones, they ain't about that. They ain't about that mess. They ain't trying to listen to what they talking about. They ain't trying to not come and see about me. And I appreciate that, and I love you for that. Keep on coming to the channel, liking, sharing, uplifting the channel, because you're going to reap a reward for just being who you are with this channel. Sticking with this channel. God is going to reward you for that. Mark my words. So with that being said, all about the healing. Look at here. All right, so today I was getting ready to prep and, get ready to do my thing and get the cards ready, and the flash before my eyes, a comment came up on my phone, and it has something to do, and this is like it has something to do with the arts, the spells and the hex and that people are doing to other people or have done to other people. Now, when I got this message or this comment, I was like, what is really going on? Because off of these, I've been doing these shorts, right? I've been doing shorts, and I'm encouraging you guys to to look at each and every one of them. I don't care if you already heard it, because they offer my readings. The shorts are off of my previous readings, but other people have, because they haven't come to my channel and because they haven't watched any of my readings, they can come across the short and be able to get the message as well. So I'm trying to get the message out. It doesn't matter if they subscribe right now or not. Just get the message out, because the message needs to get out. So, because people are hurting. And in doing so, I'm getting a lot of messages about the arts, spells, hexes, people losing, people being targeted, people being and it's one message, it's one comment, and I'm gonna do a read on that comment and hope that that person sees. But I'm gonna do it. I can't do it today, but I am going to do it because that message is what energy I've been picking up, not from my regular subscribers. Some of my regular subscribers maybe, but for the most part, no. It could be my old subscribers that's still subscribed, but I'm picking up on that person's energy in that comment through these reads. And loss, it's spells, it's the person is wanting to give up, beginning to become faithless. It's all of that I've been speaking about in that one comment. And I'm going to do a read. I'm going to sit down and do a read and not time it. It may take me an hour. It may take me an hour and a half. Whatever way God want me to speak about that comment, I'm going to speak and I'm going to break it down. Whichever way God want me to break it down. But that's coming. But today, that message, that comment I got just before, it just took me back. I was like, what is really going on? I have really spoke tremendously about what's to come, what's happening, and it's as if these comments, and I'm fully aware that these people may not even know me. They just clicked on the short, looked at it, and then commented. But just in case it's my people, just in case you guys have forgot, just in case maybe I'm doing this reading and I can break it off into short to get an answer, a solution. But if you are being targeted, if you are being subject to spells and subject to the arts, subject to low vibrational energy targeting you, if you are subject to narcissistic people, places, and things targeting you, you have to change the narrative. You can't worry about them. When you worry about them, they have the upper hand over you. See, it's either you're going to believe God, it's either you're going to trust God, it's either you're going to give your everything, your time, your attention, your effort, your prayers, your surrender to God, or fall into the hands of the ones that's trying to ruin you. See, where your mind and your focus is determines the energy, that determines the way things are going to play out for you. Number one, if these people are targeting you or whatever the case may be, God is the answer. Now, let me back it up just a little bit. When I say God is the answer, I'm not saying God is the answer. And when you believe God, that everything in all your situation is going to pan out. Your situation is going to be, God going to come in and he going to clean it out and clear it out. And everything is going to be fine. And he's going to come in and he's going to slice them and dice them. And everything is going to be all right. Just by you just praying. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. In order, no, it is a process. Hold on. Okay. I just got a gush, but I'm have to, because I have to break it down. God is not going to answer your prayer the way you think. Some people that's going through or have been going through all of this, we have learned on this channel that the reason why you going through certain things and hardships and all this, number one, you're gonna have to lose some things, because those things that you're losing, you obtain those things in some type of way, or that you have obtained those things in such a way based off of what you want, and it's not in alignment with your mission, your purpose, or you think that is your mission, your purpose, and it's not. Something along that lines. We have learned so much on this channel about where we are right now with losing, with hurting, with betrayal, we have learned all of that. So if you are in a position where you're losing, you're in a position that you're faithless, you're in a position where you have believed all these things, and this is according to that message. Somehow God is taking me to that message, but I don't have time to dig down in that. So let me go back to the comment, back to the art. So if you're being targeted, your energy is being ciphered, you are drained, all these things are happening to you, and you're losing faith, then you have chosen a side. You're either going to believe him with everything you have, or you're not. And when you don't and you lose faith, then God can't, how is God going to come in and stick with you, and you're not sticking with him? And I say him because it's easy for me. When you are being targeted with this dark energy and all of this stuff that's going on, when all of that is happening, and you say God and forgot you, God and forsaken you, where is God? God is there. But this is a season for purging all of those things that no longer resonate with you, that you are harboring, that you holding on to, that you think is your purpose, that you think is your destiny, that you think that is, but it's not. This is purging of all the things that's going to deter you into another direction that you have no business being in. When stuff like this happened to us as a collective, you cannot put your understanding on it. You can't understand what God is doing. Then you need to sit down and trust God and trust the process. Your eyes can't see what God can see. Your eyes can't know what God knows. If something is let go, if something is gone, if somebody targeting you, somebody doing something to you, somebody is trying to cast and project, and it is is not fair, it's not justified, what do? You render judgment. I render judgment because I know God is on my side and I haven't done anything wrong. You render judgment. You get with the Most High. You don't run away from the Most High. You don't believe what they want you to believe about the Most High. You believe even more. You stand even more. You love even more. You don't go against. You run even more to it. And whatever is in your thought process that goes against God, you release that. Because it's either you do or you don't. And when you don't, let me be clear. I don't care what it may look like. You think you the first one that and had a hardship and a hard life? It had things happen to you, misused, abused, or betrayed? You're not. It's always somebody worse off than you. But what do you do about it? You give up? You give up on God? You give up on yourself? After all the hell you've been through, you mean to tell me you're going to give up? No. The day you give up is the day they got you. The day you stop believing in God and stop trusting the process, that's the day they got you. See, all they doing is setting up the process. All they doing is setting you up. All they doing is just keep on bombarding you and trying to hurt you and come at you and do things to you. See my baby? Go. So, no. So, it goes back to, turn that light out. Okay, sorry about all the interruptions. Now, what I'm saying in the gist of it all in a nutshell, the first step in the process of when you're going through this hardship, pain, suffering, and you believing that God is not there for you, you believing that God is allowing. Why did God allow? God didn't allow. God never allowed this. When you come down here, you come down here to learn the lessons. The lessons of life that's structuring, guiding, and teaching you about you. Only thing God is doing is placing you in the position to get you to where you need to be so you can learn, purge, grow, manifest, elevate, transform, transmute, and learn the process about who you are, what you are, and how far that God is wanting you to go. And it may look like in the process of all of that I just said, it may look like that God has forsaken you. It may look like God is not there for you. It may look like God is, allowing people to do this and do that and do that and do this and that. But that is not the case. Everything that we go through in life is not in vain. Everything that has been stolen, everything that has been taken, everything that has been manipulated and manipulated and misstrued and confused and been tricked and monitored and things that has been done to us as a collective that's not justified. God knows all and see all. But we have a lesson. We have a mission. We have things that we have to learn. And in that process of learning is loss, hardship, struggle, betrayal, jealousy, wrath, anger, manipulation, strongholds, control, and the list can go on and on and on. But let me just say this because I gotta go. If you think that your life is better, or you in some type of way is better than everybody else that have went down the path that you're going down, that you can think and put into your mind that God has forsaken you and left you, and God has allowed all these people to take these things from you and do things to you, then you ain't learned the lesson. You have not learned the lesson. You haven't learned yet. You haven't learned why you're here. You haven't learned your purpose. You haven't learned your destiny, what is. You haven't learned how valuable you are. Because most often time, everything that we go through is to show us how valuable we are. To show us how valuable, and to show us to look within ourselves to see our value. Everybody else can see our value but us when we going through certain things. And then we want to blame it on God, but God is only upholding the agreement. God is only ordering and leading and guide you down the path that you both agreed upon before you even came here. You forgot, but God hasn't. God has a mission and a purpose to guide you, no matter how much it hurt, no matter how much you have to lose, no matter whatever you got to go through. God has a mission and a purpose to see you through the process, good, bad, or ugly. Because at the end of the process, this cycle, that's one step closer to where you need to be. And so if you took a detour, or if you took your time, didn't cut people off like you were supposed to cut off, did not leave this thing alone like you were supposed to leave it alone, you prolonged it and did what you wanted to do, and God got to come in and cut and purge and get you, detour you manually, not by you, but God manually move you out the way and detour you, make you, push you out the way to get you back on track. It's going to be painful. When God got to do it, it's going to be painful. But God must do it because you have a destiny, a purpose. You are on a time schedule. And God allows you, because you got free will, to sit and do what you want to do, make your own choices. But when time is out of alignment and things are on the line that's going to make you lose out on important lessons, important things that you need to learn, important steps and things that you need to grow upon, God is going to intervene in that, because the agreement is for you to come here and learn. And when God comes along and send your ancestors, send your angels to come in and cut that thing and get you back on track, I guarantee you he'll have your attention then. I guarantee you, because when God come in, that thing gonna hurt. That thing gonna hurt. That thing gonna be stressful. That thing gonna be, it's gonna be too much. But then then at that instant, at that time, you want to say, God forsaking you. No, God didn't forsake you. God's saving you. Saving you from your own self. Saving you from all of this thinking, and all of this complacency. See, you complacent and comfortable being where you are. But God knows that in order to get you where you're supposed to be, that you're going to have to go through some things. You're going to have to lose some things. You're going to have to cut some things off that you have no intention on cutting off. And all that is struggle, hardship, pain, hurt. But that's the only way God can get your attention, to get you back on track so you can start learning what you're supposed to learn. Because you're not willing to get off of that track that you on because you're comfortable. You're complacent. But that where you at, that's not where you're supposed to stay and be. It's time to elevate. And in order to elevate, I got to get you in a position. And what is that position? Hurt, brokenhearted, broken, stuck, surrender. And it's so easy to blame everybody else. It's so easy to say, oh, there's somebody doing this and somebody doing that. God is just not allowing it. No, God is not allowing it. God is keeping the agreement, keeping you on track, making you purge that stuff that no longer belongs to you. But the only way you can see it, and the only way you can come and confront what's before you, the only way is God got to start taking some of these things away from you that don't have any value. All these material things. You can gain all of these material things, and inside of you don't have no substance, no value. All you got is material things. All you got is money, house, cars. All of that is fine. But God will God will take all of those things from you just for you to go within and check that energy that you got that you should no longer resonate with. God will take everything from you to make you start all over again. And set those crooked places straight that you accumulated by accumulating money. Money is energy. It come and it go. It has a place, but you're never supposed to place your everything in money, in obtaining money. Because God has given you gifts, talents, and abilities to create wealth. And when it comes, it comes. It ain't nothing that you got to cheat somebody, scam somebody, you got to hurt somebody to get. It is a gift. It comes freely to you. So for those of you that's sitting talking about blaming other people, blaming and somebody took something, all of that, it could be justified. I'm not even gonna lie about that. It could be justified. However, when you find yourself in that predicament, stop giving them the power by saying that they are the ones that's doing this to you. You give them power when you do that. You give them accolades because that's what they want you to believe. They want you to talk about them. They want you to fear them. They want you to speak on them and give them all of that. For what? At the end of the day, you either trust, you either gonna be with the Most High, trust the process of the Most High, align yourself with the Most High, even when you don't understand it. Because at the end of the day, the Most High, spirit, wisdom, clarity is everything when you're going through what the collective as a whole, as a country, is going through. You either gonna trust God or you're not. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are one of those people that are feeling like God has forsaken you, God has allowed people to do things to you, and you haven't sat down with yourself and sat down with God to ask God, why is this happening? And until God answer you, you trust and depend on him in spite of how you feel. What do you think is getting ready to happen to you? If you think anything other than the Most High got your back, what do you think is getting ready to happen to you? You giving them permission. Everything that's happening to you, you giving these people permission. You giving them power because you are saying that they took everything from you. You are saying that these people have done everything that's going on with you is because of these people and because God allowed it. God allowed it, only allowed it because it's a lesson to be learned. You haven't seen your value. You haven't seen who you are. You don't know who you are. You haven't seen your power and authority and have not stood in it and taken authority over what God has given you. So how can you, in all reality, say God has done anything when you haven't stood in your power and your authority concerning what God has given you? Your light, your power. Call your power back. Stand in your power. Don't back down. Stand in your truth. Don't back down. But you want God to do it all, but what about what you gonna do for your own soul and salvation? At some point, you got to get a power back to you and stop giving the power to those people. You didn't come here to allow people to abuse you, to do things to you, take authority over you. You take your authority back, take your power back, stand in it, and fight. That's what you do. You want God to do something that you're not willing to do for your own self. No, ma'am, no, sir. You constantly giving this person the power over you, but you want God to come in and take the power back from them. No, you have to take your own power back. God, the one who gave you that power. You keep giving it to the other person, talking about what they doing to you. But what about you? You have power and authority over those people, but you won't stand in it. You won't speak it. You keep backing down and being afraid of them instead of you standing up for who you are and what you are. You're more powerful than them than any day. That's why they targeting you. That's why they want you stuck, broke down, and busted and disgusted, because you outrank them and you overpower them if you would stand in it. But you don't believe in your own self. You don't believe that you have that power. But until you do, and until you learn the lesson, that this is what's getting ready to happen for you. And again, I'm not speaking to my collective that know this, because I have instilled extensively, year after year after year, have been teaching, have been showing you, have been telling you. But it is people, guys, that are dying. There is people that are confused. There are people that needs to hear this message. And if you know it and it's not you and I'm not talking to you, then you need to be praying for these people. Because this is not the time to be confused. This is not the time to give up on God. This is not the time to give your power away. And talking about God forsaking you. This ain't the time. This is not the time. It's detrimental. It's an emergency. It's urgent. We need to be up on it. So those of you that been on my channel and you already know where I'm coming from, you already know what time it is, then we got to get up on it. We got to get up on it for the collective that's coming in that just do not know. They need our help. So don't click on here talking about, oh, I already know. Don't click on here talking about, let's be about it. If you got to give talent, ability, and you hear me now, our collective need us. The collective that just clicked on this message or just clicked on something and don't know, they need us. They need all of us to rep. They need all of us to stand in the gap. They need all of us to speak clarity and wisdom. So I'm going to leave it right there. So hit those comments. And then when I say hit them comments, because they're going to read them comments. They're going to see what you put on there. If you are one of my day ones, definitely get in the comments. Get in the comments. Share what you have learned. Somebody's watching. And if you will read the comments and see some of these comments these people are leaving, they need our help. So with that being said, hit the comments, like, share, subscribe. If you are not a Taurus and you hit on here, you on here, you're not a Taurus, you're gonna have to go to what about the healing. That's all signs. I'm starting to do those readings. So you need to be over there watching, subscribing, so you can get, if you're not a Taurus, you can get your sign. You can be able to get a message directly for your sign. All right, with that being said, I'm sending love, I'm sending healing, and Trinity is